This is News 3 Now, live at 4, moving forward.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Live at 4. We begin with breaking news out of Georgia. 4 people are dead and 9 others are injured following what is once again another school shooting.
It happened in the community of Winder, Georgia, a little more than an hour east of Atlanta. Our Kyle Pazorski has the latest updates from this breaking story.
Well, new this afternoon, we have learned the suspect is a 14-year-old student of the Appalachia High School and has been taken into custody. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation has said the boy will be charged with murder and tried as an adult. We have also learned 2 students and 2 teachers were killed in today's shootings. It was this morning when shots were fired inside the school that has a reported attendance of about 1,900 students, the county's second largest. Video you're seeing shows authorities racing to secure the school and students being taken to the nearby football stadium. One student sharing what he saw as it all unfolded.
Got his head sticking out the door with the gun, and then he just started. Then I got up, I started running. He started shooting like 10 times. He shot at least 10 times, and then I ran to the back of the classroom.
Local authorities are now stressing patience as more information is slowly made available. Additionally, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp has directed all available state resources to assist in this incident. This shooting now just the latest amongst dozens happening at schools across the country in recent years, including deadly ones in Newtown, Connecticut, Parkland, Florida, and Uvalde, Texas.
Thank you, Kyle. And we do have statements from both presidential candidates. Speaking before a crowd in New Hampshire, Vice President Kamala Harris said in part, "It's just outrageous that parents have to send their children to school worried about whether or not their child will come home alive. It doesn't have to be this way." In a post on Truth Social, former President Donald Trump said in part, "Our hearts are with the victims and loved ones of those affected by the tragic event. These cherished children were taken from us far too soon by a sick and deranged monster."
Now to an update on the killing of 21-year-old UW Whitewater student Kara Welsh. The man facing charges for her murder will be formally charged tomorrow afternoon. 23-year-old Chad Richards was in court yesterday where a judge gave him a $1 million bond. Whitewater police suspect Richards shot Welsh last Friday at an apartment near campus. They say Richards and Welsh knew each other. We'll continue to bring you coverage right here on News 3 Now and provide more details as soon as we get the criminal complaint. To receive updates directly to your phone, download the free Channel 3000 mobile app.
Well, let's get a look at our firstborn forecast. Meteorologist Kelly Slipka has a look at that for us. What's going on, Kelly?
Yeah, you know, it ended up being a beautiful afternoon, maybe a little bit warmer than yesterday, but we do have plenty of sunshine. Temperatures near 80, the humidity very low, so there's not any kind of a heat index. That may change a little bit tomorrow. You're going to notice that humidity come up a little bit, and that's out ahead of a cold front that'll bring us some scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly in the afternoon hours into the early evening hours. It's not looking like a whole lot of rain, and yeah, we actually could use some rain. Things are looking a little bit brown because over the last several weeks we haven't had a whole lot of rain. 60s it looks like primarily for most of the weekend, so it is going to be cooling down quite a bit behind this cold front. It's also going to be fairly breezy, but after tomorrow's rain, some showers on Friday. It looks like dry weather for the weekend. That'll continue into most of next week. Now, headed out to the bus stop tomorrow morning, maybe not quite as cool as what we had this morning for the kiddos, but still rather cool in the mid-50s. We should see quiet weather, but headed home from school, may have to dodge a few showers here and there, maybe a rumble of thunder. It's going to be a warmer day, though. Temperatures in the lower 80s out ahead of that cold front. Right now, we've got quiet conditions all across the Badger State. You can see some of those clouds in Minnesota. Right now, it's 80 in Middleton, 79 in Madison. So a nice warm afternoon, and temperatures in the upper 70s will fall back through the 60s into the 50s by tomorrow morning. So it will be cooling off again tonight. We'll track those showers that are expected our way going into tomorrow and see how cool it gets for the upcoming weekend coming up.
Thank you, Kelly. We are continuing our back-to-school week coverage with more updates on how bus pickup and drop-offs are going so far.
After MMSD faced problems with bus staff shortages and delays last year, they've made some adjustments to accommodate families for this school year, but there are still families in need. Our Merrill Hubbard talked to parents who are asking for safer transportation options to get their kids to school.
Because of changing bus routes, many families are left with unsafe transportation options for their kids to get to school. We met one family whose son has to walk over a mile along Milwaukee Street to get to his classes.
We're worried about him starting middle school, and now he has to be worried himself how to get to school, and it's like we don't want him to have to worry.
Christine and Matthew have 3 boys that are enrolled in MMSD schools. Their older sons have no issues of taking the Metro bus, but their middle schooler either has to walk 20 minutes to the nearest bus stop or walk 27 minutes on a busy street to get to school. He would go like down that street and cross over the intersection.
Go under the bridge, keep going all the way down Milwaukee Street, and my anxiety would be super, super high. I'd probably like trail behind him, and then there would be no point.
Like you said, high traffic areas. It's very, very busy. It's 9 o'clock. Everybody's trying to get to work fast.
Just like Christine and Matthew, another parent on the east side dealt with a similar problem last year.
My child was getting dropped off on the other side of Buckeye Road and had to cross Buckeye Road in the dark.
This year, the First Student school bus changed the stop so her kid could get dropped off on a safer street.
And so I see that stuff happening. I can see that they're putting thought into the safety of the children and changing up stops and thinking all of that through, which I think is a really good step.
MMSD is efforting changes in transportation and says that they change bus routes every year to accommodate families. Even still, Stephanie and Matthew feel left in the dark.
I'm like, well, something has to give here, because, I mean, I know it's only a couple days, and I'm trying to give everybody the chance to, like, get things rolling, but it's a little stressful. They can respond and say, we hear you, and you are absolutely correct about the safety concerns of the children in the neighborhood, and we will be adding that bus stop back immediately. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
The Madison Metropolitan School District responded in a statement that reads in part, quote, "First and foremost, our transportation efforts are focused on student safety. We strive to get every child to and from school each day as safely and efficiently as possible. Some delays are normal to start the year, but we are always working in partnership with First Student to improve and exceed our students' and families' expectations."
There was a surprise guest greeting parents and students at Lapham Elementary this morning as Governor Tony Evers continued his back-to-school tour. Political reporter Will Keneally caught up with him and has more. Will?
Well, it was a return to the classroom for Governor Evers. Before becoming governor, he was a teacher and school administrator, later becoming state superintendent. Now he helps set statewide budget policy for public schools, and we asked him how that background influences how he sets policy today.
Yeah, I've always said what's best for our kids is best for our state, and it plays out here. I mean, this is just so. I had 5 grandkids go through this school, and they're all doing well, and so I feel proud about that. But it is just it's really important at this time of year to celebrate what's good about our schools.
We also spoke with the governor about the budget concerns a lot of districts in our area face, as many of them turn to referendum this fall. And I'll have more from the governor's stop at Lapham today, coming up tonight at 5.
Will, thank you. Public Health Madison and Dane County is offering free vaccines at Madison area clinics. They're offering them to kids 5 and older without insurance, with Badger Care, Quartz, GHC, or Dean insurance, and who are under 19 and are Alaskan Native or American Indian. Here's a list of the first few clinic dates and locations. PHMDC recommends you make an appointment. You can do that on their website. They're offering all vaccines schools require kids to have. To learn more about what vaccine your kids need, you can visit channel3000.com.
And with kids back in school, the Department of Health Services is reminding parents to check in on their kids' mental well-being. In a survey given to Wisconsin students last year, the Department of Public Instruction found the students most at risk are girls and LGBTQ+ kids. Both groups are more likely to seriously consider suicide, and more lesbian, gay, and bisexual kids have seriously considered suicide than have received help when in distress.
Yeah, the DHS has multiple recommendations to improve your child's mental health. They include sticking to sleep routines, having a plan for when to be on and off your screens, and identifying hobbies that provide in-person connections for your children. September is also Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. If you, your child, or anyone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts, there is help available. Here are the numbers for the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline and the Dane County Crisis Intervention Line.
Well, next week, people looking to honor their late children will gather at St. Mary's. The support group, Michaela's Grace, is hosting a service. The group's goal is to keep the memories of children who have died alive. We spoke with one bereaved parent who's attending the service for her second time and about how the service helped her.
I think these ceremonies are important because there aren't very many ways to honor a child that you've lost. And it feels like there isn't a right way or a wrong way or a very public way to do it. There aren't very many opportunities. So this is one of those opportunities to honor your child, surrounded by other people who get it. It's painful, but it can also be very healing.
The service will be in the St. Mary's Garden on September 10th. For more information about Michaela's Grace or to help this cause, visit michaelasgrace.com.
And when we return, President Joe Biden making his first visit to Wisconsin since dropping out of the presidential race.
Where he'll stop and when, right after this.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Right now, pet dander, skin cells, mold spores, pollen, and dirt are being sucked into your air ducts. Get cleaner air and system efficiency now with Stanley Steamer. For over 75 years, we've continually engineered our equipment and processes to deep clean your entire home. Your air ducts aren't clean until they're Stanley Steamer clean.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines for just $90.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah. It's a huge deal. You also get 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones! Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. Did you check the expiration dates?
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
Get 4 free phones of your choice with no trade-in needed, plus 4 lines for $90.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with an 11% rebate on everything. Protect your cars, trucks, and toys with Shelter Logic. We carry a great selection of easy-to-assemble canopies, shelters, and garages that hold up against the elements. This 10x20 auto shelter is rip-resistant and has a heavy-duty steel frame. Get yours today for $249.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Eric Hovde insulted Wisconsin seniors.
Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
What a jerk. He attacked those who are overweight.
Fine, you want to do that? Your health care is going to cost more.
How insulting is that?
He called farmers lazy.
Look at the old physical toil. Now you're largely driving around a tractor.
This guy doesn't have a clue.
Eric Hovde has insulted just about everyone.
What's wrong with this guy?
Your bedroom should be an oasis of relaxation, but also a space to re-energize for the day ahead. BDI has reinvented what bedroom furniture can be. The Link Bedroom Collection is designed for today's connected lifestyle, offering innovative features that astound at every turn. And it's on sale now through September 9th. See Link at the Century House on University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com. Visit today and create the bedroom of your dreams.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
We are back with more campaign coverage. A new poll from CNN shows Vice President Kamala Harris leads former President Donald Trump with likely voters in Wisconsin. The survey took place the week after the Democratic National Convention. It found 50% of likely Wisconsin voters are backing Harris, with 44% supporting Trump. The margin of error here, plus or minus 4.4%. Libertarian Chase Oliver got 2%. And the Green Party's Jill Stein received 1%. We are expecting a new Wisconsin survey from Marquette in about a week.
Now, not included in that poll, the former independent candidate, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Kennedy is on Wisconsin's ballot, even though he dropped out of the race and endorsed Trump. Kennedy asked to be removed from the ballot, but the state's election commission denied his request. They say state law doesn't allow independent presidential candidates to get off the ballot after they've submitted themselves unless they die. In turn, Kennedy filed a suit against the commission for having different rules for independents.
Tomorrow, President Joe Biden will be in Wisconsin. He'll be in Westby, about 40 minutes outside of La Crosse. He'll be speaking sometime in the afternoon. The White House says Biden will highlight how his Investing in America agenda is benefiting communities across Wisconsin. Ahead of his visit, we spoke with a senior advisor to Biden about that agenda and what we could expect to hear tomorrow.
These are the things that the president's doing, making sure that we figure out, really accessible, doable ways to improve people's lives. That's what this Investing in America set of conversations is about.
Our Will Keneally will be in Westby tomorrow for the visit. And let's get a look at your firstborn forecast. Kelly Slipka has that now. Kelly?
Don't know if you can ask for much nicer weather than what we saw over the last couple of days. And today, no exception. We do have some changes coming our way. And that's with some rain and then eventually some much cooler weather going into the upcoming weekend. But right now you can see the Badger State, the entire state, really much of the upper Midwest quiet. You go up into northwestern Minnesota, North Dakota. That's the storm system. That's the cold front that's going to bring us, well, some rain showers. We're not expecting a whole lot of rain. We could use some rain. Over the last several weeks, we haven't had much, but it's pretty dry. You can tell the humidity way down until we get that humidity up there. We're looking at fairly dry conditions. So here's what we're looking at as far as rainfall. At best, maybe 1/10 of an inch for our area. It looks like central and northern parts of the state have better chances of seeing more substantial rain, upwards of 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. So unfortunately, it does not look like we'll get much rain out of the system as it moves through. Now, if you are headed out this evening, it won't cool off quite as quickly as what we saw last night, simply because it's a couple degrees warmer starting off late this afternoon. We'll back off through the 60s after dark, waking up to upper 50s, maybe not the low 50s like we saw this morning. But there we do have the chance of some showers. Could be an embedded thunderstorm. If you're lucky, you may get a quick 1/4 of an inch of rain, but I think that'll be fairly isolated. That'll continue into the evening. Then really chilly conditions wrapping into Friday right through most of the weekend, generally in the 60s. It looks like we will look at dry conditions for the weekend into much of next week as temperatures do recover quite a bit. So we'll be cool this weekend. We got Saturday, the Badger home game, going to be feeling like football weather. We do recover a little bit Sunday. It looks like a better day, maybe not as windy as well. But there we go, jumping well above average. Going into the following weekend, temperatures well into the 80s. So, yeah, kind of unusual. But this has been a sign of kind of the change in seasons in Baraboo. You can see some of the steam coming in off the river there. Thanks, Susan, for sending that in. Definitely this weekend, you're going to see a lot of steam coming in off the water. All right, temperatures this evening in the 70s here over the next several hours. Backing off through the 60s here after dark, so probably need a light jacket or sweatshirt if you're going to be out for any duration this evening. Later on tonight, we'll drop in the 50s, but noticing some of these showers spreading into the Cooley region, headed into central Wisconsin at 10 o'clock. Looks pretty good for us, but unfortunately, this computer model really wants to elongate that band of showers and kind of weaken as it moves through the Madison area. So we're not expecting a whole lot of rain out of it, at least according to this model. I think the atmosphere is just a little bit too dry, and most of the upper level dynamics are staying to our north. Now, we can't rule out a few showers lingering into Friday. This is because the cool upper level low is going to be diving right over the Badger State, and enough instability to pop up some of these showers going into the afternoon hours. It's going to be a blustery Friday as well. 80 tomorrow, so still warm for one more day before some of those showers and isolated thunderstorms roll in. Then we really cool down, feeling like autumn Friday into the weekend. 60s, overnight lows well in the 40s. Quickly rebounds, though, still hanging on to summer-like temperatures into the 80s for much of next week.
Thank you, Kelly. Well, football season is upon us, and the Packers open up their season against the Philadelphia Eagles on Friday. In the next half hour, Jalen Banks will break down the extra steps many fans will have to take just to watch the game, and taking a look at how the new rules are affecting local bars.
And the Wisconsin Badgers are now 1-0 on their season after defeating Western Michigan. And they have another tough non-conference match on Saturday at Camp Randall. On this week's Wisconsin Huddle, we sat down with senior wide receiver Bryson Green. He and News 3 Now sports director Zach Hanley played a friendly game of NBA 2K. Green touched on the victory against Western Michigan, but also looked forward to this weekend's matchup with South Dakota. And while the Coyotes are an FCS team, Green says the Badgers are coming ready to play.
And they're a gritty team. They're a really good team, that FCS, and you can see it on film. And whether we're playing small school, big school, we know they're going to come to play because they're a really good team.
You can see the Wisconsin Huddle Show Friday nights at 6:30, right after News 3 Now at 6.
Well, the Ironman Triathlon is this Sunday, and several streets in and around downtown will be closed. The race includes swimming, biking, and running. There are 5 bicycle route closures in place from 7:30 to 5:30. The run route closures last from 11 until midnight. You can find all of the closures and maps at this story, on this story at channel3000.com. Kudos to everyone who's doing that.
I could never. Could you?
You know, if I really put my mind to it, maybe I could do part of it.
Well, coming up after the break,
we'll meet the new superintendent of Waunakee Community Schools.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
Donald Trump's back, and he's out for control.
I would have every right to go after them.
Complete control.
I will wield that power very aggressively.
And he has a plan to get it.
Detailed plans for exactly what our movement will do.
It's called Project 2025, a 922-page blueprint to make Donald Trump the most powerful president ever. Overhauling the Department of Justice, giving Trump the unchecked power to seek vengeance, eliminating the Department of Education, and defunding K-12 schools, requiring the government to monitor women's pregnancies, and severe cuts to Medicare and Social Security. Donald Trump may try to deny it, but those are Donald Trump's plans.
Well, revenge does take time, I will say that. And sometimes revenge can be justified.
He'll take control, we'll pay the price.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
We realize some home maintenance jobs aren't worth the risk.
That's when we call a leaf filter to protect our gutters.
Leaf Filter's patented filter technology keeps debris out of your gutters for good, guaranteed. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER or visit leaffilter.com.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Enjoy a website-like layout and swipe through articles without returning to the home screen. Download the Channel 3000 News app, powered by News 3 Now.
In the 608, more kids returned to the classroom today in many districts across southern Wisconsin.
Oh, it's getting real. Josh Sprider was in Waunakee this morning where the new superintendent was greeting families.
It is back to school in Waunakee this week, and that means we're checking out the brand new Heritage Elementary School. And we're also meeting the new superintendent of Waunakee Community Schools. Dr. Brown is joining us. Dr. Brown, nice to meet you and welcome here to News 3 Now.
Nice to meet you as well. Thank you for having me.
Yes, you bet. So first week here at Waunakee, first couple of months for you on the job. How are things so far?
Things are going really, really well. The community has been great, wonderful. They've embraced me and welcomed me as if I've been here all my life. So it's been great.
It has to be nice for you to finally see the kids getting back into the schools. I mean, that's what this job is all about, and really moving this place forward.
Exactly. Kids first, and making sure that we hold high expectations for our students, our families, and our staff. And so, as I stated a little earlier, the sign downstairs says it's going to be a great school year. It's going to be a great school year.
And how could it not when you talk about buildings like this, the brand new Heritage Elementary School? This place is really nice.
Yes, it's an amazing space, and as education evolves over time, we have come to know and learn that there are ways that we can do things different and be way more innovative and creative in how we respond to the needs of our students. And so we believe this beautiful building will help us be able to hold the high expectations for students and maximize their capacity to learn.
Especially when Waunakee continues to see growth. I mean, you guys are seeing more need for, you know, areas like this.
Exactly, exactly. And so over time, as we know, Waunakee is a destination district. And many parents and families that I've talked to have shared with me that they moved to Waunakee for the school district. And so that's an amazing space to be in, and it's a great narrative to have around such a wonderful community.
So obviously it's a busy week. It's a lot on families that have had the last few months off. You know, what best advice do you have for kids taking in this first week of class?
Well, I would say, first of all, welcome to your first week of school. We only have 4 days this week, but with that being said, I would say get to know your classmates, first and last name, get to know your teachers, understand what the processes and procedures are in the school building so that you can navigate them every day seamlessly. And then also, do not be afraid to ask questions. If it's something that you don't know or that you don't understand, please make sure you raise your hand, ask a question of your teacher or even your building administrators, whether it's transportation or getting to the cafeteria or where are your supplies or your books. Or what have you. We want our students to have everything they need to be successful every day.
Yeah, and getting ready for those life experiences, it all starts right now.
That's it. That is it.
Awesome.
So,
well,
yeah.
Dr. Brown, thank you so much, and thanks for having us into the new Heritage Elementary School.
You're welcome anytime.
You bet. If you'd like to learn more about what's happening here at the Waunakee Community School District, you can go to the story on channel3000.com. In Waunakee, Josh Sprider, News 3 Now.
That is a beautiful school.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
My school didn't look like that.
My school did not look like that. Well, coming up next, the Packers season opener is fast approaching.
But if you're hoping to tune in, you might need to do a little extra planning. We'll have the details when we come back.
Join Stoughton Health's Dr. Aaron Schwab on September 26th to learn about simple outpatient treatments that can alleviate varicose or spider veins. To register for the free educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%. There's not much left at the end of the month. Bidenomics is working. The price of housing has gone up. It feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale, so when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year, so visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
We're cranking up the voltage, Wisconsin. Lottery retailers all around the state are lighting up with the latest limited time offer. It's Badger 5, 5 will get you 6. During the month of September, players who buy a $5 or greater Badger 5 ticket will receive a bonus ticket for the next drawing of Badger 5. This electric offer is only available for a limited time and only at Wisconsin lottery retailers.
With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
I was a Kamala Harris supporter. That changed after an illegal alien murdered my son, running him over, then driving back and forth over Drew's body 3 times. The man who killed my son had been arrested previously, but Kamala Harris let him go. As San Francisco's DA, Kamala was soft on crime. As a senator, she supported releasing criminal aliens back into our neighborhoods. Kamala Harris is dangerous.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
No more waiting to see a general surgeon. Stoughton Health can see you within a week. We accept over 160 insurances, including Dean Health Plan and Quartz. Ask for Dr. Aaron Schwab, board-certified general surgeon. Learn more at stoughtonhealth.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome back. We're continuing to learn more about the school shooting today in Winder, Georgia.
4 people have been killed, while 9 others are hurt after a 14-year-old student of the school brought a gun inside and started to shoot. Our own Kyle Pazorski has been following this story and has the latest update. Kyle?
Well, guys, the tragic events of today come just a month into the district school year. And we told you earlier how the suspect is now in custody, and we're now getting videos showing some of the chaos inside the school about 50 miles northeast of Atlanta. The student who captured this was sheltering with others inside a classroom, showing the moment police entered before directing them down a corridor toward an exit. Here's how other students described the incident.
Towards the end of it, I heard screaming, and they unlocked my door, and they came with the flashlight and the guns, and we had to have our hands up and stuff, and then that's when they took us outside.
I'm good that I'm safe now, but I did feel scared. I was definitely shaking, and emotions were high.
There is a community vigil set for Winder later tonight. And as we said before, this incident now just adding to the list of dozens of other shootings at schools happening in recent years. Additionally, the White House today calling on Congress to take action to reduce further gun violence.
Thank you, Kyle. Well, let's take a look at our weather now. A beautiful day downtown Madison. Look at that.
Fall-like weather arrives. Are you ready for it?
Not so much. I'm not ready to part with summer yet, Kelly.
You know, it's one of those things. Yeah, fall's beautiful, but you know, it's what's around the corner that we always have to be concerned with the winter coming our way. But we've kind of got it all in the next 10 days, and including some warm temperatures as well, but also some of that fall-like air. Right now, it's beautiful, 79. Humidity is very low. Winds have been out of the south, but we haven't really got that humidity up at all, and plenty of sunshine to go around. Now, that'll be changing tomorrow. We will start to see more cloud cover rolling in already in the morning hours. The showers and a few thunderstorms rolling in as we go through the afternoon. This is not going to be widespread, but we are expecting some of those showers to move on in. And then it turns much cooler behind this cold front. 60s expected Friday, Saturday, and most of Sunday as well. And it looks like a few showers on Friday. After that, looks like it'll be fairly dry this weekend going into much of next week. And then we'll start to see those temperatures climb. And speaking of, as we're starting to change the season here, are we done with 90s? Well, typical last day is August 21st. Yeah, we can get an outlier, and we're talking about some very warm temperatures coming our way next week, and we'll show you that coming up. But we still got plenty of days to get in the 80s. In fact, the average day is September 26th, and actually the average 70-plus degree day isn't until October 20th. So plenty of days to enjoy some nice fall weather, I guess. 81 right now in Middleton, 79 in Madison, and also Fitchburg, 79 currently in DeForest. So a lot of sunshine now, 79. The winds are out of the south. They'll remain out of the south. We won't cool off quite as quickly tonight. Simply, we've had a little bit warmer start to the evening. Temperatures gradually cooling through the 70s. Should be in the 60s after about 8, 9 o'clock. We will talk about those shower chances tomorrow and also that cool weather headed away for the weekend coming up.
Kelly, thank you. On to election coverage. Republican Senate candidate Eric Hovde stopping by southern Wisconsin today. Hovde's looking to unseat incumbent Senator Tammy Baldwin. This afternoon, Hovde touted Dane Manufacturing in Waunakee. He also took time to speak with some of the employees there. While answering questions, Hovde expressed disappointment at the lack of debates between him and Senator Baldwin.
I think the most important thing that a campaign should be is two candidates standing here talking to all of you and the voters of Wisconsin and debating. And yet Senator Baldwin won't even debate me. I mean, usually a Senate race will get 3 or 4 debates. And yet Senator Baldwin's given one debate at the very end of this campaign. So I think it's ridiculous.
Right now, the only debate Hovde and Senator Baldwin have scheduled is October 18th.
Democrats are continuing to rail against the GOP for Project 2025, the plan many people who formerly worked for former President Trump have devised for a potential second presidency. Despite the fact Trump's created distance between himself and the plan, it's still top of mind for many voters. Today at the state capitol, Wisconsin Democrats rallied once again against the plan. We heard from a nurse who previously worked for Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin about what she saw after the Dobbs decision. And take a listen.
When Roe was overturned in 2022, I traveled to Waukegan, Illinois twice a week, every week for a year to help provide care to the influx of patients they were seeing. Many from Wisconsin, but we saw patients from all over. Believe them when they tell you what they're going to do.
Since then, a Dane County judge has ruled the law does not actually ban abortion, but feticide. Well, here on News 3 Now, we are continuing to dig into the election issues that matter most to you, including abortion.
Yeah, yesterday our Braden Ross brought you the facts of the issue. Tonight, she's sitting down with advocates on both sides of the debate to hear their perspectives. Braden?
Yeah, that's right. The goal of this coverage is to break these issues down to the basics. That includes hearing from the people who have dedicated their lives to the debate. That's why I sat down with two of those women who feel very differently about the issue to ask them what they see as the heart of the American discussion on abortion. Here's what they said.
Abortion is the killing of an unborn human baby. That's the reality of it, whether we like to admit it or not.
What we're actually talking about is this fundamental right to control one's own body and one's own reproductive health.
Now, according to a March poll from the Kaiser Family Foundation, 12% of voters say abortion is the most important issue in their 2024 vote. I'll have more on the abortion debate coming up at 6 right here on News 3 Now.
Braden, thank you. On Wall Street today, mixed numbers. The Dow gained 38, the Nasdaq down 52, and the S&P 500 losing nearly 9.
The NFL season is fast approaching, with the Green Bay Packers opening up their season against the Philadelphia Eagles on Friday. Are you ready?
I don't really care.
Well,
I'm sorry. For many in Wisconsin, watching the green and gold may take a few extra steps. Our Jalen Banks explains why.
The Pack are back in action on Friday for their first game of the season. But watching the green and gold try to earn their first W of the year may not be so simple.
Friday's game will air exclusively on Peacock, meaning if you want to watch them in the comfort of your home, you'll have to sign up for the service. If not, you may find yourself inside your local sports bar, and for them, it takes even more effort.
Say we had 12 TVs, we would have to have 12 different subscriptions to access and have it on each and every one of the televisions. Well, in order for us to, the way our sound system is set up, in order for us to be able to play the game where everybody can hear it, it has to be on a certain television. And if that television isn't a smart TV and having that streaming service, then we can't play the game at all.
The Packers' first game will be a part of the NFL's International Series. They will be playing the Eagles in Brazil.
Tonight at 6, I'll have more on how you can sign up for the streaming service. For now, reporting in Fitchburg, Jalen Banks, News 3 Now.
And the only markets that will be carrying the game on cable are Green Bay and Milwaukee. I have to issue a public apology right now.
Do you hear that? It's all the Packers fans yelling at their TV.
I know, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
You're in good company. I watched the Super Bowl last year to see Reba perform the national anthem. So
as you would, of course.
I get it. It's okay. Well, coming up, a new pill could help your dog live a longer life.
Whoa, we'll have the details and the dog's already giving it a try when we return.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
I'm actually embarrassed to say that I did vote for Trump in 2016. I don't think the man can be trusted. He talks out of both sides of his mouth. He's a very dishonest person. I hate the way he disrespects women, the way he disrespects other people that have worked for him. He's a narcissist. I just don't see myself ever voting for Donald Trump. This is not my Republican Party any longer. I have to go with Kamala Harris.
Republican Accountability PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Champion's Big Window Sale is back.
Do you have ugly, hard-to-open, drafty windows? Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows, because when you buy 2,
you get 2 free. Buy 2 Champion windows, get 2 free? I guess that means if you buy 4, you get 4 free. Buy 6, get 6 free. Buy 10, get 10 free.
Hurry, Champion's Buy 2, Get 2 free sale is for a limited time.
Great job, everybody. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like hazy or blurred vision, so it's hard to see fine details. Colors that appear dull or washed out. Or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
Hi, I'm Sue Jenick, League of Women Voters of Dane County President. Know who you are going to vote for and why. Think about your values and what is important to you and your family. Seek out information about the candidates. On October 22nd, the League of Women Voters will publish candidates' answers outlining their beliefs and priorities for voters.
3 things to know, part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact.
It was labeled hazardous a couple years ago.
New at 5, local parents sound the alarm over a dangerous new bus stop for their children. See why the problem keeps coming back.
We're tracking some storms for your Thursday and then a big cool down over the weekend where we could see the coolest temperatures we've seen since May. I'll have all the details at 5.
And ahead at 6, abortion. We bring you voices from both sides of this heated debate. 2 activists argue their case for or against the controversial procedure. That's tonight at 6.
Welcome back. We are talking about a new drug helping dogs live longer, happier lives.
That's great news. It's a pill designed to slow down the aging process so our pets can be with us a little longer. CBS News' Stephanie Stahl has more.
He's just a happy-go-lucky dog.
It was love at first sight when Brent Sheldon's family first saw Riley.
He does not fail to put a smile on our face every day.
Hoping to keep him around as long as possible, the 10-and-a-half-year-old Corgi is part of a clinical trial for an experimental drug to improve and extend the lives of dogs.
I didn't even have to think about it.
That obviously is every dog owner's dream. You know, it's how can I keep my best friend alive and healthier and happy longer.
Dr. Sam Geller with the Quakertown Veterinary Clinic says he's enrolled about 50 dogs and is accepting more to test the daily pill.
So it helps with potentially preventing insulin resistance. It helps with managing fats in your body. It helps with managing lipids in the bloodstream.
The way the study is designed, half of the dogs are getting the real drug, the other half are getting a placebo, but we don't know which one Riley is getting.
The FDA wants you to show that your drug is better than a sugar pill.
In accepting the clinical trial, the FDA said there is a reasonable expectation of effectiveness.
This medication is intended to help preserve metabolic health.
Loyal's director of veterinary medicine, Brennan McKenzie, says the drug works on the principle of calorie restriction that's been shown to help canine and human health, but there's no limit on what the dogs eat.
The way that this drug works is essentially to activate some of the same pathways in the body that caloric restriction activates, but in a way that is safer and more convenient, because none of us want to starve our dogs in order to make them live longer.
The study is aiming to include more than 1,000 dogs. Brent is hopeful it will keep Riley around as long as possible. Stephanie Stahl, CBS News.
Well, researchers don't know how long this could extend life, months or years. That's what the 4-year research will examine. The nationwide study is currently enrolling larger dogs who are at least 10 years old.
I want to circle back to something.
No.
The first message giving her grief about the whole Packers thing was from your brother.
I know. He just texted me that I'm dead to him.
Oh, gosh. There's a family rift.
The first of many, I'm sure. Another apology.
Okay. Well, good luck with your siblings.
You.
Well, whether we live by them or not, we all have had good neighbors help us out.
And a local man is earning some big recognition for his good deeds. We'll show you who and his personal reasons for helping others when we come back.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Donald Trump's out for control, and he has a plan to get it.
Detailed plans for exactly what our movement will do.
It's called Project 2025, a 922-page blueprint to give Trump unchecked power, using the Justice Department to seek vengeance, monitoring women's pregnancies, cutting Medicare and Social Security. Those are Donald Trump's plans. He'll take control, we'll pay the price.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Are your home's tired, leaky gutters saying, rain, rain, go away? Is your basement at risk of flooding? To the rescue, Fry Construction and our absolute gutters. Our gutters are custom fabricated on-site for a perfect, seamless fit that's engineered to excel. Wishing for a break in the clouds? How about a sunny 29% discount on our absolute gutter system? To get this great deal, visit fryconstruction.com today to schedule your roof or siding replacement.
I love that my daughter still needs me, but sometimes I can't help due to burning and stabbing pain in my hands. So I use Nervive.
Nervive's clinical dose of ALA reduces nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days.
Now I can help again. Feel the difference with Nervive.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year. So visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
Many car commercials are the same, but unbeatable deals and unmatched service isn't just a tagline for Janesville Nissan. It's in everything we do. We treat people the way we want to be treated, and that's not the same at many dealerships. Come see why you'll feel great buying a vehicle from Janesville Nissan. Unbeatable deals and unmatched service.
I was a Kamala Harris supporter. That changed after an illegal alien murdered my son, running him over, then driving back and forth over Drew's body 3 times. The man who killed my son had been arrested previously, but Kamala Harris let him go. As San Francisco's DA, Kamala was soft on crime. As a senator, she supported releasing criminal aliens back into our neighborhoods. Kamala Harris is dangerous.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Well, there is Las Vegas today.
Does it say 106 degrees?
Yeah, balmy. I'm okay with this kind of touch of fall weather, I guess. Yeah.
106 degree fall weather?
I mean this weather. Yeah.
It's like you call that fall weather?
I don't need 106 now.
I certainly don't need 106.
No.
I'm good with where we're at.
My hair would be all over the place.
Yeah. Well, most of us try to be good neighbors, but a local realtor is going above and beyond. Now he's getting recognition for helping others.
Please welcome Charlie Wills, and we are excited to announce that you are a top 10 finalist for the National Association of Realtors Good Neighbor Award. Congrats.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate you having me on.
Well, thank you for being on with us.
Yes.
So you, well, first of all, what does this honor mean to you to be on that list?
Oh, man, it's a huge honor. We probably about 4 months ago got honored locally to be one of the participants to win here locally for our association. And then they were like, hey, we're going to launch you into the national one. I'm like, thousands of people are going to get their name put in. So I didn't really think too much about it. And then we got the call that we were in the finalists, and that feels pretty amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you co-founded 100 Men of Dane County. To date, it's donated $2 to $3 million to small nonprofits. So tell us where this effort began.
Yeah, it was a group of us guys. So we first started because one of our buddies, when we were in our early 30s, got brain cancer, and we started raising money for neurosurgery at Carbone. And once he got into remission, he said, hey, it's time, let's make a transition here. So we took a little time to think about it, and when we started exploring it, we brought a few other guys along with it, and they were our original board. And then once we kicked it off, we kept it simple. 100 guys, each give $1,000 per quarter, and then in that effort, we then can give $100,000 away every quarter to child-based charities.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And your friend told you something, I think, rather meaningful. And how is your friend?
He's doing well. He's still a survivor. So it's amazing. We actually we're really good friends, and it's fun to get those reports. I get goosebumps every time somebody asks me, because you go from thinking your friend's going to die when it's a diagnosis just like brain cancer, and you just see him battle, right, and go through that. But he said something really important. Hey, I'm okay. Let's go do something really cool with this money now. So that was the spur and the effort to start that and to start to have that conversation.
And why was it important for you to honor him in the first place?
I think that's just what you do. That's how I'm wired. When your friends are in need, you just got to do something about it. And we threw a golf outing. We really didn't think it was going to go anywhere. We actually called it Hackfest because we all stink at golf. We're terrible, so we call ourselves hackers. That was before people hacked computers. And so then that's what we threw it at. We called it Hackfest, and we would just raise money. I think the first year was $5,000, and then we went up to almost $20,000 every year raising money for Carbone. And then when we got the news, I think 4 or 5 years into that he was in remission, then it felt like, you know, we had a victory and we can kind of let go a little bit.
Yeah. I like thinking about how this all started. I mean, you just wanted to do something nice for your friend. Is that the lesson here? That, you know, you might not get awards, you might not raise millions of dollars, but is it nice to be a good neighbor to people and help them? Yeah, just doing something. The action is really what matters. Doing something big, something important, and not being afraid to just go and do it. I think that's the other big message is anybody that's looking to do something like this, just go do it. Go try. You never know. When do we find out? When can we have you back in a month? Here? I'd like to come back and tell you. Yeah, we're supposed to hear in October, I think around the first week of October. If we win, we'll know more and we'll be able to share, and we'd love to share. Yeah, we would love that. Please come back, and good luck. Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
We'll see you in October.
All right, let's go to our favorite weather good neighbor out there on the patio, Kelly Slifka, with our forecast. Kelly?
And I'm going to go do something. I'm going to go do some volleyball here pretty soon. So, yeah, beautiful weather if you're going to be out and doing any kind of activity, whether it is golfing, maybe some biking or running or just walking in the neighborhood, just a picture perfect. Late afternoon, it's going to be a nice evening as well. We do need some rain. Probably noticing the ground is getting fairly brown. We had a little bit of rain last week, but not enough to really put a dent in some of the dry conditions. This is just abnormally dry, the yellow that you see there. They will get an update tomorrow. We'll see if that doesn't get a little bit more widespread and even worsen. Now, we do have some rain in our forecast tomorrow. Unfortunately, it looks like most of the accumulating rain, more substantial rain, beneficial rain, will fall in central parts of the state. As you get up toward Black River Falls, maybe talking about 3/4 of an inch to an inch, but most of that staying well to the north of Madison. We'll be lucky if we even get 1/10 of an inch. Hopefully we can get maybe a thunderstorm to blow up and maybe produce 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch, but right now those chances are pretty slim. Right now the front that will be bringing us the rain is marching through the Dakotas, spreading some of that rain across northern Minnesota. Most of the upper level energy is going to be staying just to our north, and the timing with it is not really conducive to bring us a lot of rain with that system. You will notice that humidity go up. Humidity has been very low today, but it will ramp up a little bit as we go through the overnight into tomorrow morning. Hopefully that can fuel some of those heavier showers, but right now it looks pretty slim. All right, Thursday we are expecting some of these scattered showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm rolling on through. This is a pretty substantial cold front. We haven't had the 60s for highs, at least this cool, since May, and it looks like we got that in our forecast, at least on Saturday. Little to no rain after Thursday. And our high temperature trend, noticing that dip in our temperatures this weekend, but we're right back into summer-like temperatures extended most of next week, even into the following weekend. So future track, quiet tonight. Temperatures backing off through the 60s. Might need a light jacket after dark. Not as cool tomorrow morning. Watching this cluster of storms kind of fizzle as it moves into western Wisconsin. A broken band of some scattered lighter showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon. And a lot of that will clear out by the time the sun goes down before 7:30. Now, Friday, we still can't rule out a few showers passing through. This is the colder part of the system riding overhead. Instability showers popping up as we're only in the 60s on Friday. Our first warning forecast, 80 tomorrow, 69. It's going to be a blustery Friday as well. Can't rule out a few showers. The weekend, kind of chilly, especially those overnight lows. Maybe not too bad on Sunday, a little bit less wind, and then we're right back in the 80s next week.
Get up to 60% off list prices on hundreds of items at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Get this power recliner for a steal, or a super padded, family-friendly reclining sectional.
Up to 60% off at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Fall is just around the corner. Let the experts at Feldco get your home ready for the cooler temps ahead. Right now, buy one window, get one free. Plus, no interest for 3 years. It's the perfect time to make valuable upgrades to your home and save more money in the process. Our custom windows are built in the U.S. to the highest standards and made to withstand the harsh Midwest weather. Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Paws. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Paws. It's good medicine.
Here's a few things I believe. Middle-class families, like the one I grew up in, they want common sense solutions. You want lower prices and lower taxes. I believe you want to just not get by, but you want to get ahead. We must create an opportunity economy where everyone has a chance to get a car loan, buy a home, start a business. But most of all, that instead of being focused on the politics of the past, we need to be thinking about the future. I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Labor Day exclusive. See the brand new Nectar Premier Hybrid first at Slumberland with a cooling cover and gel memory foam for pressure relief, only $10.99. Or shop America's favorite brands. Hurry and soon at Slumberland.
It was labeled hazardous a couple years ago.
New at 5, local parents sound the alarm over a dangerous new bus stop for their students. See why this problem keeps coming back and what the school district is doing to fix it. That's coming up next.
Moving forward in your community, lending helping hands, spotlighting the people, telling the stories, warning you first. Your local news source for nearly 70 years. News 3 Now. Moving forward.
Take a look at this. An elementary school in Wisconsin has been turned into a house. Oh, yes, it is a house.
Talk about back to school. The renovation cost a Sheboygan County couple more than $800,000.
That's a lot of space. Classrooms have been turned into bedrooms. Meanwhile, the bathrooms, well, those still look like elementary school bathrooms.
The owners, Orestella and Richard, bought the school in 2016 and used it as a workspace for Richard's electronics business. They then sold the business and their old home all before deciding to live here for the past year. They say the biggest adjustment is the difference from one place to another.
The couple is now selling the home school, and I've seen them. They've said that they keep their cell phones on them because they're so far apart. That's how they find each other.
Walkie-talkie type thing? Yeah.
Well, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Steve Lindenau, owner of Crazy Lenny's e-bikes. We are the e-bike experts. We've been doing this for well over a decade, and we'll use that expertise to get you into the right e-bike. We have the right bike here for everyone, and our knowledgeable staff will help select the right bike for you. So if you're looking for an e-bike, give us a call or stop on by, because nobody e-bikes like we bikes.
We know Wisconsin workers can get the job done.
But China has been taking our jobs.
For years, our government built America's infrastructure with Chinese iron and steel. I said that's gotta change.
Tammy Baldwin wrote the law to make sure American projects are made with American iron and steel. Now we're getting more work in Wisconsin.
With Wisconsin workers. Tammy Baldwin stood up to China and our government. She got the job done.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
Nobody wants to put a new roof over their head. It's too expensive. And if they can extend the life of that roof and get 5 more years or 10 more years, it's a no-brainer.
What RoofMax does is it helps people in that they don't have to spend that $15,000, $20,000 on a new roof. They can spend pennies on the dollar.
The RoofMax product was a small percentage of cost of replacing a roof.
This is a great financial decision for us as a community.
Are you suffering with neck pain, back pain, or sciatica due to disc-related conditions? You may have tried drugs, spinal injections, or physical therapy just to find out it didn't help. You're not alone. The problem is that some of those treatments focus on symptom relief, but may not address the underlying disc problem. As a result of injury or overuse, the discs may bulge, herniate, or degenerate over time. Our therapies are highly successful and reduce pain associated with those conditions and may help you avoid neck or back surgery. At Midwest Spine and Nerve Center, we'll design a treatment program using the latest in pain-relieving therapies, including non-surgical spine decompression, Pro Adjuster 360 computerized technology, laser therapy, and more. Visit our website or call to schedule a complimentary consultation.
Well, that wraps up today's Live at 4. Brady's in the newsroom with what's coming up next.
Tomorrow on Live at 4, Dr. Zorba Pastor has a medical checklist for getting your children ready for this first week of classes. And next at 5, the risk factors everyone should know as we head into Brain Aneurysm Awareness Month. Thanks for watching Live at 4 today. We'll see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place. News 3 Now at 5 starts right after this.